everyone, welcome to my freezer meal workshop. I'm doing these videos one by one, not to overwhelm you guys, so that way you can just watch one at a time or watch the ones you think you would like to make. These are meals that I was planning on making for my family, just to make things easier on all of us, especially after work. It's hard to decide what you want to eat, what I want to cook, all the things. So I thought I would take a few days and just make some freezer meals, get everything together to where I can thaw them out and then just throw them in the crock pot or throw them in the oven or whatever, just to make it easy on us. And I thought, well, you know what, I'll just share it with all of you. So if there's anything that you want to make, you will have those recipes as well. I will put the recipes in the description so that you can have that and you don't have to just keep going back and forth on what I'm doing unless you just want to do it that way. So this recipe is called lime chipotle shrimp, and first thing we're going to do, we're going to write that on our bag. Alright, so we've got that written on our bag. This one is very, very simple, and a lot of these you could just make straight out just like make them as you go, and you don't have to do them as freezer meals. But I like doing a lot of these as freezer meals because as they thaw out, the spices are going to get into the meat and they're going to get into the vegetables, and it's just going to taste a lot better. So anyway, I'm taking nice the frozen shrimp, which is now all over the table. And so now we have the mess cleaned up of the shrimp. They're all in the bag now. There only one hit the floor, so we did really good on that one. So anyway, so we've got the shrimp. I just used already frozen shrimp. You can use fresh shrimp, however you want to do it. We're going to freeze it anyway. If you do use any frozen meat or anything for your when you're making your freezer meals, make sure you get them quickly into the bags, everything together, and back into the freezer before they thaw out. Because as you probably know, it's not good to refreeze meat. So I've got these are frozen. I'm gonna get it all put together and back in the freezer before it thaws. So we're gonna take a lime. I'm only gonna do half of the lime, just because we're not huge lime fans. So we're just gonna squeeze all of that. If you have something to juice with, you can juice this lime, but I'm just gonna squeeze the lime juice into the bag with the shrimp. And then the next thing is 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. You can use this. I don't typically use this one, but I'm going to use high heat because the extra virgin olive oil tends to not be able to withstand heat as well as other oils. So when I actually get this out to cook it, we will probably use avocado oil. Extra virgin olive oil is actually more used with, or better to use for cold or cooler meals, like salads and things like that. Alright, so the next thing is a half a teaspoon of ground red chipotle pepper. Here's my pepper, ground pepper. So we're going to do a half a teaspoon of that. I'm actually not going to put a full half teaspoon in there. Like I've told y'all on other videos, only half my family likes the hot stuff. The rest of us don't like the hot stuff. I'm only going to use a fourth instead of a half. Cut that down just a little bit so it's not quite so hot. 2 cloves of garlic. So I've got my garlic out. Put the garlic in. Use that later for another one. A half a teaspoon of sea salt. Get some of that pepper out of there. I do have a half teaspoon this time. And that is all for this one. This one is pretty simple. We're going to squish all the air out. We're going to squeeze it all together and mix it all. And then when you make it, remember, I am really big on making the instant brown rice just because it's so much quicker for my family. You can cook however you want to cook your rice. Just cook your brown rice, and this will go great with your brown rice and your shrimp. And that is all. Make sure you subscribe, follow, and keep up with me, follow me, and I'd love to share more with you. See you later.